welcome back to the Dunwoody Dialogues. I'm Mark Galvin, your host, and we are so glad you are back with us today. We do this show right at lunch so you can sit down and maybe you're at Breadwinner and you're streaming us on your phone. Or did you know that? You can stream us on your phone. We are on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on YouTube. So you can find us any of those places. Just turn on your notifications so the next time we go live, you know that we're here and you can tune in. This show is brought to you by Discover Dunwoody. Discover Dunwoody is the official destination marketing organization for Dunwoody. That means that we're interested in getting visitors to come to Dunwoody. We make sure all the locals know about all the wonderful events that happen in Dunwoody, plus all the things that are happening in the village, the new restaurants. Gosh, there's so many things to talk about. What's happening at Brook Run Park. All of these things are things that we cover, and we do it either on our website or on our social media. So please follow us on both of those locations. So for today's live broadcast, I am really excited. We have a wonderful, inspiring guest for you. She is a healthcare entrepreneur who knew at age 12 that she wanted to be a physical therapist, and she spent 16 plus years turning that calling into a movement, and it turned into a movement of wellness around the greater Atlanta area. She pushed back on the limitations to traditional insurance-driven healthcare to create something revolutionary, a client-centered private pay practice where patients actually become partners in their own health journey. While that sounds novel, but it also sounds like just common sense. She's the founder of Functionize Health and Physical Therapy, a leader in the active Dunwoody movement here in Dunwoody, and has been named the 2025 Woman of Distinction by the Greater Perimeter Chamber of Commerce. So join me in welcoming Lauren Sok to Dunwoody Dialogues. Lauren, welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be back.
Back, and that's absolutely right. You have been, I think this is the first time we've had somebody on 3 shows.
Yes.
We had a show here in the office, and then you said something about, hey, these are some of the therapies that we offer, and one of them was dry needling. Is that what it's called? Is that right?
Yep.
And I said, that sounds horrible.
So why don't we do it live?
And so we went to your office is not the right word. What do you call it?
Yeah, our office.
Yeah. And you stuck needles in my leg, and I swear I feel better still today for it. That really was interesting. I don't mind telling you. Plus, you can electrocute.
Yes,
you plug me into the wall, and
before you know it, I have control over your muscles.
It was really interesting, and one of those truly great things that you can do. So I always struggle, and you know this. I struggle calling you a physical therapist because I feel like you do more than just physical therapy. You put people on treadmills and help them run the correct way. You help people have a more active life. So that's why I have a hard time calling you a physical therapist. There's a new title for you that we need to come up with.
Yeah, we should come up with that. You can call me a functionizer.
I like that.
There we go.
That's good. I like the branding too. Well, so you recently won a big award with the Greater Perimeter Chamber, a Woman of Distinction, and there's it's a great thing. I mean,
It is a great thing. It is a great.
And they've been getting this award out for 5 or 6 or 7 years. It's been a little while, right? Some really great people are on that list, and to have you join them I think is a great thing, because I'm very impressed with the work you do. You know this. You're also a member of our board, so technically she's one of my bosses. So we want to make sure that we take good care of. No, I'm just kidding. It is. The reason you're on our board is because you do head up Active Dunwoody, which is, what is Active Dunwoody? Share that with everybody.
Yeah, it's a group that I started to bring active people together, people that enjoy doing anything from yoga to running and walking, fitness classes, Pilates, you name it. Just ways that we can get out and enjoy our community. Because as you know, I love Dunwoody. So the more that people can enjoy our city, I'm doing my job of keeping them out there enjoying the paths and the sidewalks and the updated parks that we're having.
I know that you're passionate about this, and you active Dunwoody is not necessarily a revenue generator per se.
No.
You do this out of passion to support the community. So I think that's part of you being a woman of distinction, right? Leaning in like that is important.
For sure.
So to win an award like this, you have to be a leader. You have to have vision. So in the intro, I talked about you kind of veering away from the insurance model and going to a private practice. What inspired you to break away from that model, and how has it impacted Functionize?
Yeah, so when I opened up my first location in Decatur 10 years ago, I was pretty much fed up with traditional healthcare. I had worked in these big companies where it was very insurance driven, and in that model, we are treating a diagnosis, not a person. Insurance reimburses just for getting people out of pain and then sends them on their way, but not really the tools to live healthy and well as they age. And I knew that I could offer something more. And that's where we came up with kind of this client-centered, where the patient or the client is the focus of the treatment, and we become partners in their care. And we can see so much more of a change in just healthy and well people, but we are transforming someone's life in one visit, showing them what's possible. And that's really empowering because we know our healthcare system's so dysfunctional, and we function in silos, right? You have to see a specialist for everything you have.
Right.
And before you know it, you're told that you need to be on pain medications, that you need surgery, that your nervous system isn't working well, and maybe you should go get some antidepressant because maybe it's all in your head, right? And like we can come to physical therapy and we can help you do all the things, and you don't need to see all those specialists, because that's what we're trained to do, is to really diagnose well and then create a path for you to get to where you want to be.
Okay. When you and I were rehearsing before, I told you I was going to ask this question, and this just naturally fits. Speaking about diagnosing the whole body and seeing where the whole body, and it's a question about ladies. So you've met my wife. My wife is a petite lady, and what we talked about is strength helps with osteoporosis, for example. Yeah. Explain that. How does a woman and woman's health, and it seems, I'll be honest, traditionally, the men need to be the bodybuilders, so to speak. Maybe that's the wrong word, but why is it better for women to build muscle mass, and how does it make them healthier?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, and that's really where we're moving in terms of helping perimenopause and menopausal women help to live healthy and strong. We know that the more muscle mass we have in our bodies, the longer we live across all factors, including cancer.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. So, and this is true for men too.
This is true. Yes. So
not just women, but so if you're a guy, don't tune off. Don't turn this off. So you're saying that if I build muscle mass, and it's just like bodybuilding, I'm got huge pecs and blah, blah. Or are you just saying, okay, doing muscle mass focus is going to help me and women live longer?
It sure will.
Why?
Yeah, so what we know is, like I said, the stronger you are, the harder you are to kill, both literally and figuratively. So whether that's improving your balance and stability so that you don't fall and have a fracture, whether you talked about...
That happens to all... That's like you hear about older people falling, and when and there's a fall, you're like, not a good thing.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's bad. Okay. Exactly.
Sorry, keep going.
It's fine. And like osteoporosis, the main thing that's going to help build your bones is putting stress on the bones, which means you have to lift weights that are going to stress, because the muscle attaches to the bone, that's going to stress the bone and help it lay down more bone.
It just makes sense.
Right.
Hey, bone, I'm a stronger muscle. You got to bulk up, well, so to speak.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Right.
You got to bulk up to be able to contain me.
Exactly. And if it's stronger, then you have more, your body can be more coordinated as well, so that it can respond to, if you're going to have a fall, the stronger it is, you're going to catch yourself and not have that fall. We even know that if you have stronger grip strength, it's a predictor of longevity. So it's not just legs, it's hand strength. So if you're going to fall, can you grab something to stop you from falling? And then, we know that fat is inflammatory. So you have muscle and you have fat. Too much fat is inflammatory. That can lead to autoimmune conditions. Fat lays down in tissues like tendons. So people that have tendinopathies, if they have a lot of body fat, that can lead to inflammation, and that could be a trigger for why you might have persistent elbow pain or Achilles tendonitis or shoulder issues. We want to change.
What about joints in your fingers even? So I've seen folks who, they get arthritis and maybe their joints kind of swell up. Is that related to fat? Is that an inflammation thing, or is arthritis?
The fingers things tend to be more of an overuse, or you could have rheumatoid arthritis, which is more of a systemic thing. So it takes over your whole body, and a lot of times there's a genetic component to that. Yeah.
Okay, let's come back to fat.
Yes.
I'm really interested in fat because if I have too much fat, you said it causes inflammation.
Yeah.
Tell me what inflammation is. We all think we know what it is, but I want to hear what it really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's an inflammatory state that our body is in, and it's not just muscles and tendons. It can be your organ system. It can be in your, people in their gut, right? Like you eat gluten or you eat, have alcohol and you feel bloated. You're creating inflammation because that's not something that your body can process well.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I have patients of mine who have a food sensitivity, and they'll say that like their neck is always tight, or they feel jaw pain. And they take those things out and it goes away.
I'll be darned.
So there's so many, I have patients that have swelling in their extremities because they have inflammation. But if you're in chronic state of inflammation, your body can't heal itself. So something like a tendinopathy, meaning, say elbow tendonitis, if it's so inflamed, then it's never going to heal this because it's working internally to heal your organs and your gut health.
Because our body can only focus on so many things.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So then you go into this whole, what we call adrenal fatigue, but your adrenal gland is working really hard and it becomes overloaded. And then it's this cascading effect that, we feel tired all the time. We get the migraines. It's just this whole, so if we look at like, what is the lowest hanging fruit, the easiest lever to pull to change the trajectory of your life, I tell people it's movement, exercise, and it's sleep. The two things that cost us no money and have the biggest impact on our health. And so, if we can get stronger, and when I say strong, you're talking about bulk, like we're not talking about getting so bulked up like a bodybuilder. That takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of protein, takes a lot of regimented dieting and working out. Like the average person can't achieve that just by starting to lift weights.
Okay.
But what you feel and what you realize with a lot of my patients, once they start to lift heavier and feel stronger, then they feel more resilient and they're able to do things like they can lift their grandchildren with ease. They can hike with their family. Maybe they have, they're retirees and they have adult kids that are in their 20s and 30s and they want to go hike Patagonia, and they say, I don't know if I could hike Patagonia. And so they come to us and we help them to realize they can do that. It's going to take some work, but it takes the strength training and the balance training and understanding cardiovascular endurance. And those are all the pieces we help to meet you where you're at and build that program out so it's very easy to attain.
And I have heard you say something like that before, like, yeah, you can do that, right? People come to you with those questions like, I'm not feeling so good. You say, we can get you to the point. You can do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's empowering for anybody, frankly.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let's come back to a little bit of leadership. And I love this, and I love sitting down with you and asking these questions. And I will admit, we run into each other at networking events, and I'll ask her a question about, gosh, I wake up on Thursdays with headaches, and by the way, I do always, and I think it's because of the way I eat.
Right.
And
your week is very social. You're out networking.
Well, that's right. Well, I eat. Believe it or not, I eat less when I'm in the office. Weekends, I eat too much.
You splurge.
So yes, but anyway, this is not about me. All right, let's talk about this. You are a woman of distinction, which means that you understand leadership. You understand how to build a business. What advice would you give to other women who are interested in leading?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that if you have a passion, you have to just start following that passion. But what we tend to do is we overanalyze, and we think that we have to have all the steps in place to make that happen. And there's that quote, perfect is the enemy of good. If you're trying to make it perfect, you'll never get to where you want. And what I have learned as an entrepreneur is a lot of times we conceive an idea, we pitch it to people, and we see if people are interested. We might even sell the idea, say, okay, I'm going to do that. But you don't ever have the idea on paper. You have to then make it work. But it doesn't make sense to put all this work into something that people don't want.
Right.
So you might as well start pitching it and act like you have it, and then go back and kind of put the pieces together to make that happen. So we tend to just overanalyze to where we don't move forward, and then we're always comparing ourselves to others. And I always tell people, like, it's not about, what do they say? Comparison is a thief of happiness, right? Like, if we're always comparing ourselves, then we're never going to start to, like, we're afraid to be on social media. We're afraid to like be out there and telling people what we really want. And you can't worry about that. Like,
Right.
I remember my first social media post, I was like terrified and what are people going to think? And now I'm like, it doesn't matter because I'm speaking from my heart, and I'm helping people understand that I can provide a service or a value to them. But that's what I would say is, like, have that abundance mindset of going out and speaking with other people that who are doing the same thing as you. You're not stealing their ideas. You just want to build a network of people that can help you and open doors or connect you with other people, rather than staying, behind your computer, building your website, but never like actually publishing it to the public, right? So you got to just do it, and you just never know what's going to open up for you. And that's really what's happened to me is these doors have opened up just because I have gone out and sought places and people that I can talk to that are like, oh, let me introduce you here. Let me introduce you there. And as women, we tend to be afraid, right?
Sure.
Like, men are like, yes, like, go do it. And women
Well, I will
just...
tell you, men have the same feelings in many ways,
Yeah.
right? But there's a different set of pressures on men culturally
Yes.
that we deal with. But still,
Right.
there is I love the perfection
Yeah.
piece, and I think we all can fall into that. What do you think about decisiveness? Was that a challenge for you at all to say, okay, I'm going to go this direction? Because everything you just said relates to being decisive.
True.
You're saying,
True.
I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
When you don't have all the data, when you don't know that will succeed. For example, you opened a location in Dunwoody. You were in Decatur, right? That's decisive, right?
True.
You didn't necessarily know how that was going to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Why did you do it, and how did you build up enough gumption to do it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I opened up the Decatur office, I had just moved to Dunwoody, but all of my career was in town. And so I wanted a space that was near all my referral sources and my clientele.
Okay.
But when I moved to Dunwoody, I kept saying, I really need to bring this service or offering that I do to my community and the people that are around me. And I remember the space came open where I'm at, and it's in the Dunwoody Village. And I was like, if I don't look into this, I will kick myself later, because something else will go in that space and I won't have it. And it just was the perfect size and the perfect location for being in the community of the Dunwoody Village. And it was just one of those, like, again, another quote, but they say, like, playing it safe is risky. And I knew I couldn't play it safe. I had to jump on it and use grit, but also hope for the best, that people will believe in me. And it's hard. It's really hard. We've been there 4 years, and it's a lot of people that are in my community, but it's a service-based industry. You're always looking for business. You're always pushing forward. And there's times when it's slow and I'm second guessing, like, what happened? Did, like, everything dry up? And it's like, no, it's just the season we're in. But you get very anxious of, like, maybe I did the wrong thing.
Sure.
Like, maybe this was not something for me. And it always happens. But then, the cycles come, and then I, have tons of people coming in my door. So decisive, yes, but you're always questioning yourself.
Right. it's hard to be decisive, and I know that, right?
Yes.
And it is great to hear you did some research, and it clearly you were thinking about this for how long? How long before you actually opened up Dunwoody did you mull on this?
Gosh, probably 7 or 8 years.
Wow. Okay.
Long time.
Okay. Maybe you're not decisive. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I still have my other location. I was trying to navigate that. Yes.
Right.
And it's also a matter of like, they always say like the riches are in the niches, like trying to niche down what my services were. Initially, it was very broad,
Sure.
and then you can't pitch your idea very well because you're like, I do everything. Come see me. And then you have to narrow it down to the type of client that you want, and you curate the people that want that too.
Oh, that makes such good sense. Well, I love that. I'm looking at the time. We're at 20 minutes. There are so many questions I want to ask you, right?
Yes, we could keep talking.
The resilience question is one that I think is important because as a business owner, since I own my own business for a while, being able to keep your head down and focus and continue to push forward, even when you're in that season where, gosh, there's nobody in here, right? And as a business owner, you sit and you say, okay, there's the power bill. I got to pay the power bill, even though there's no revenue coming in, right? Well, no revenue is probably the wrong word, but gosh, I don't have as many clients in the office. How do you push through those times?
Yeah, that's a tough question. I would say you just have to keep moving forward. You can't, worry that it's not going to happen. But it's definitely mindset of having a balance of like all the things in your life that are going to help you to see, the forest beyond the trees, help you to have your own mental health and feel grounded, having the community of people that make you feel like you're doing the right thing when you're second guessing yourself. And then also building a team of people that believe in you on my staff. And that's hard because they don't always, some are there just to get for a job. Some are there because they want more, but it's every day is a fight of trying to get through it and feel rewarded at the end of the day that you've done the best you can. Yeah.
Well, I think the way you lean into the community, the way you have, the recognition of being a woman of distinction is because of your connectivity, the way you engage in chamber, the way you engage with Active Dunwoody and the Village Merchants Association. We have talked about that. Lauren is the tip of the spear for the Village Merchants Association, which engages all of the merchants in the village area.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about the road that goes right in front of your office and how everybody is frustrated with the way it turns. I'm sorry. Why did I bring that up? This is my ADD.
Yeah. So my business is on Nandina Lane. It's quite the topic of discussion right now.
Nobody ever turns left into your driveway, do they?
No.
Right.
No. They never turn left. It's always It's always a mess.
Well, I think the way that you're doing it is the right way to do it. Would you be so bold to say, hey, if you're a woman in Dunwoody, or a man for that matter, and you're thinking about starting a business, call me.
Yeah, of course.
See, I think that's part of your success is your willingness to do that. I totally just put you on the spot. Like she could have said anything else.
But I love to talk about entrepreneurship and business, and obviously Dunwoody and the community that we have here it's really incredible. I think it's very special in that people they want change. They want to see people successful. 100%. And I hope that it stays that way as we get business, these big franchises come in and start to take over, and then we lose that.
Right.
So as long as we have this grassroots network of business owners that want to keep it that way and developers that feel that that's important, I hope that we can have that, because that's true to my soul and my what drives me.
And you're doing a lot of work there with the Village Merchants Association. I know that. All right, we're out of time. Where can people find out more about you, Functionize Healthcare, Active Dunwoody, the whole lot, all the places that you're engaged?
Of course, we're on social media, Functionize Health on Facebook, Instagram, our website, functionizehealth.com. Active Dunwoody has a Facebook page where we update on various things that we have going on. And then you can see us around. If you follow us, we have workshops and other events that we put on through Functionize, like health and wellness things, and then we do our scavenger hunt through Active Dunwoody, which everybody loves, and we do it twice a year, and you get to learn about Dunwoody, some of the hidden gems, and support local business, and just come together, people of all ages. I think we had 100 people at the last one, which was really fun.
Yeah, and it's a community engagement. And I know at your heart of hearts, that's the thing you love the most, is the community and bringing folks together.
For sure.
So I love that. Well, thank you for being back again.
Thanks for having me.
Maybe this might be an annual thing. So we'll see you next November for a follow-up.
We'll do some medical myth busting maybe then.
Oh my gosh.
We dive in.
Wouldn't that be very
very fun.
good? So anyway, thanks for being here.
Yeah,
it's always good to see you. And thank you for watching. I'm Mark Galvin, the host of the Dunwoody Dialogues. This show is produced by Discover Dunwoody. Our director is Madison Holtz. We love the work that Madison does. She sits there on the other side, makes sure the mics are working, the cameras are working. She's fantastic. So put some hearts in the comments just for Madison. Also, we want you to know that we give out the Dunwoody stickers. So if you see these on the back of a car, you see them on somebody's laptop, you see these on the wall all the way down. Your kids are upstairs or sticking them everywhere. Sorry about that. We love to put these stickers in everybody's hands. So we can go to Functionize to get some Dunwoody stickers.
We have them.
East 48th Street has them. Barn has them. Or come right here, and we'd be happy to give you a Dunwoody sticker for no charge whatsoever. One of the things that we have said before, we love to serve our entire community with information about what is going on in Dunwoody, what restaurants are here, what are the greatest hotels, what about shopping. You can learn all of that on our website, discoverdunwoody.com. In fact, go out there and learn right now about Holiday Headquarters. Dunwoody is Atlanta's Holiday Headquarters. I'm going to make it easy for you to find that. Go holiday-hq.com. Literally, holiday-hq.com will take you straight to the website, our website, that talks about Holiday Headquarters. Or you can also go to any of our social media channels and learn about new restaurants, great food. We did a recent post about the great fall flavors here in Dunwoody. That's a blog as well as content on our social media. What is our handle on social media? Easy as this, Discover Dunwoody. So go check us out there and see all the great things that are happening here in Dunwoody. Lauren, thanks again for joining us. We look forward to visiting you again at Functionize Health and Physical Therapy. We're going to come up with a brand new title for you, name you something up besides physical therapist, and we're so proud of you winning the 2025 Woman of Distinction.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Our pleasure. And all of you, thank you for watching. Now come Discover Dunwoody.